It's the last time I'm re-recording this. Solo leveling may very well break the internet, and not for the reasons you expect. Why is it time to get hyped? And should we get hyped at all? Well, I would say yeah. Solo leveling, also alternatively translated as Only I Level Up, is a South Korean web novel written by Shugong. It was serialized in Kakao's digital comic and fiction platform Kakao Page beginning on July 25th, 2016, and was later published in full by DNC Media under the Papyrus label on November 4th, 2016, I believe. The story is about a world where hunters basically humans who possess magical abilities, must battle deadly monsters to protect the human race from certain annihilation. Sung Jin-woo, a notoriously weak hunter, finds himself in a seemingly endless struggle for survival. One day, after narrowly surviving an overwhelmingly powerful double dungeon that nearly wiped out his entire party, a mysterious program called the System chooses him as its sole player and in turn gives him the extremely rare ability to level up in strength, possibly beyond any known limits. Jin-woo then sets out on a journey as he fights against all kinds of enemies, both man and monster, to discover the secrets of the dungeons and the true source of his powers. Now, one thing to note is this series, its love for its fights, its arts, not necessarily its philosophical dialogue or depth of world building, and I think the main reason to get excited for this anime is going to be the high level production value. Like, it will undoubtedly be a rich experience. The novel was later adapted to webtoon and illustrated by the late Jang Sung-rak. Rest in peace. I personally think what really blew people away was the art. For a weekly release to look this darn good, it was amazing. This is when, in my opinion, solo leveling started picking up most of its hype. You couldn't talk about webtoons without mentioning solo leveling. I've been reading since around chapter 15 of the manhwa, and slowly but surely I've witnessed its rise to popularity. So the next logical step was, when's the anime coming out? This question wasn't answered for many years. Many never thought they'd see the day, and I will say at the time it did look kind of slim. You see, the thing is, solo leveling is not actually a manga. Technically, the term manga and manhwa actually come from the Chinese term manhwa. I know I'm butchering the pronunciation, but essentially they mean impromptu drawings. Originally, these terms were used within Japan, Korea, and China respectively as general terms for all comics and graphic novels, regardless of the country of origin. Now, international readers tend to use these terms to address comics that are published from these specific countries. Manga is Japanese, manhwa is Korean, and manhwa is Chinese comics. I really don't know how to say it. Now, why does all this matter? Well, Korea isn't all that big on animation when compared to Japan. Surely they have some series out there, but they're not churning out new animations every year at the rate and quality of Japan. Furthermore, for a Japanese studio to go out of its way and adapt a Korean web novel didn't seem all that likely. While not unheard of, it was just rather unlikely. Until A1 Pictures, known for its animation work in Sword Art Online, Erased, decided to produce an anime adaptation of the manhwa. Shunsuke Nagashiki as the director and Noburo Kimura as the head writer. The anime's music is said to be composed by Hiroyuki Sawano, who's also worked on other popular anime titles like Attack on Titan, Blue Exorcist, and Kill la Kill. It was a dream come true. It was also reported that the anime would adapt the Japanese translation of the manhwa though. This changes a few details of the story. While I understand why they might be inclined to do such, I think this is a major failing on their side if this speculation proves true. For example, Jin-woo is now Shun Mizushinu, and the setting changes from Seoul to Tokyo. I really don't get why they literally changed the name and nationality of characters, but okay, I guess. You can't have everything, it seems. Regardless, this is a really big step for the manhwa and webtoon community as a whole. Now, all those great series have a real possibility of getting serialized if they do the right numbers, as an anime. I'm talking about you. Beginning after the end. Now, like I said before, there isn't much deep philosophical aspects to the characters. The world building leaves a bit to be desired too, specifically for me, but scratch all that, because that's not what solo leveling's about. It's about the determination and resolve it takes to achieve one's goals. This series feels like a breath of fresh air in our oversaturated anime world. These days it seems we're spoon-fed isekais for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's all good and great, but I think solo leveling will stand out a bit amongst the rest because it's different. And I mean, come on, it's cool. Sometimes it's all there really needs to be. Why am I hyped for this anime? The music's gonna be great, animation's gonna be great, and the story is rather intriguing and unique. As an RPG fan like myself, how can you not be interested in it? Over the last few years, solo leveling has gained a massive following throughout the world. What started off as a light novel with a mere handful of readers is about to shock the world. 2023. Let's see how this goes. And if this turns out whack, I'm finna roast the mess out of this one. Good morning, good evening, and good night.